How's it going, everyone? It's Sam. China just said the magic words. The magic words that are changing the market right now. We have the White House summit later today with the Treasury Secretary saying some very interesting things today about what wasn't said yesterday with the EO to buy more Bitcoin or to hold Bitcoin. We have Russia talking about ending the war with Ukraine. Let's talk about this. If you don't mind, hit subscribe, turn on the bell notification underneath the video so you can see future videos just like this. I've gotten a couple calls. It stopped the video a couple times, so hopefully we can get through it smoothly this time. There are links underneath the video in case you want to trade crypto. WEEX, BTCC, Blowfin, BitUniX, Hotcoin, all great exchanges, different deposit bonuses and reward structures that they have going on right now, but pretty awesome. And when you use the link, like I said, you get massive bonuses depending on what you deposit and how much you trade. So definitely check those out underneath the video. No KYC with any of those platforms right now. Now, we're seeing some interesting things. Trump just said, and we'll get to China in a second, Trump just said that he is willing to put some tariffs, bank sanctions, and just general sanctions on Russia because they are pummeling Ukraine on the battlefield. They want peace. So the markets fell down on this news. You know, more uncertainty, more tariffs. It's hard to understand what this is going to do to, you know, certain companies. That's the thinking, right? However, soon after I saw that apparently Putin said that he was willing to come to a resolution. So, you know, there are all these people that get freaked out right when Trump says something, but he is trying to play 4D chess, right? He's trying to not, you know, not tell exactly what he's doing, but to push his thumb on the scale to try to get people to do what he wants, right? When he signed that executive order yesterday, he didn't say that they're going to buy Bitcoin because that would piss people off. He said that they would, you know, hold on to the Bitcoin and accumulate through means that don't require taxpayer dollars, basically. I covered this in the video earlier, but there are a lot of ways to accumulate Bitcoin without having the taxpayers have to pay for it, right? One thing that I didn't cover, they can literally just trade other assets into Bitcoin, right? So maybe it's gold, maybe it's some other asset. They can do that. They can lend. They can sell volatility. They can raise bonds. They can mine, right? Or sell, you know, discount electricity. Use our land, right? We have land that's not being used right now. You can use it as a Bitcoin miner for free, but you have to give us some of your Bitcoin. So there are various ways that they can accumulate more Bitcoin, but they don't straight up say it. It takes a little bit of time, and Trump can't say it, but the Treasury Secretary just went on CNBC and said that they're looking at ways to accumulate Bitcoin that don't require purchases, right? So like they are actively looking at how to obtain more Bitcoin. They're a little bit less obvious than, hey, we're gonna go smash buy and buy 200,000 a year. Maybe that's coming, maybe that is coming. But right now it has to start slow, right? There's rumors that China is accumulating Bitcoin or considering accumulating Bitcoin. Brian Armstrong said that to someone, and the lady was on CNBC today talking about it, that she talked to Brian Armstrong about how China is actively looking at accumulating Bitcoin through various means. Now, over there, I don't know if you have to be as politically correct and make everyone happy, right? You could just say we're buying Bitcoin, or you could just not say it and just start buying Bitcoin, or accumulating Bitcoin, seizing Bitcoin, whatever it is. The fact is, this has created Bitcoin into a strategic reserve asset that's going to be highly sought after and is very, I don't want to say very hard to obtain, but there's an illiquid supply, right? So it is going to be harder to obtain than a lot of other assets. And there are a lot of people that just never want to sell. There are a lot of people that have lost their Bitcoin too, which is unobtainable for now. So yeah, the fact is, this has changed the game. There's going to be volatility, to be clear. There's uncertainty right now. There's tons of uncertainty around tariffs, around trading, trading relationships, war, that kind of thing. There's going to be uncertainty. There's going to be manipulation. But what just happened is China is in the game. Russia is in the game. US is in the game. Canada, Mexico, like all of them, every country in the world has to now start looking at buying Bitcoin or accumulating Bitcoin, holding Bitcoin. the fact is no financial advisor can really put up a stink if someone wants to buy Bitcoin now. Right? I mean, they will, but it makes less and less sense over time. If the US government is creating a stockpile and someone sees that and they want to go buy some Bitcoin, what are you going to say to them? Right? What are you going to say? Now, the two magic words that China said, well, it's actually a couple two-word phrases. First of all, they've said unlimited stimulus is coming. And some people say, well, that doesn't really matter. Right? They can say that, but who knows whether it happens. Recently, they said that they want 5% growth. 5% growth this year in 2025. How do you get there? Obviously, you flush the economy with cash. You have to increase money supply if you want to see GDP grow, right? So it's not rocket science. They're going to stimulate. They're also looking at accumulating Bitcoin. Okay, if they give their rubber stamp of approval or allow it, they're, depending on where you look, it might be outlawed in China. You can hold it in China. You can buy it in China. You can, like, just depending on how you look at it, there are various laws and rules around accumulation. But if China's buying, other people will buy too. If the US is buying, other countries are looking at buying. Whether that happens or not, the fact that the money supply is going to go up in China means that global money supply is going to go up, which means it becomes more attractive to accumulate Bitcoin and risk assets. Unlimited stimulus means unlimited potential for Bitcoin. And Bitcoin lags. We're already seeing money supply go up exponentially this year, 2025. It's going up drastically. But there's a delay on Bitcoin. So yes, there are games that are being played, manipulators, they're playing with the price, liquidations, all that kind of stuff. But the fact is, Bitcoin has never been stronger fundamentally. It's very close to its all-time high. Like, we could go to the all-time high in a day, literally a day. We've seen $10,000, $12,000 candles before. Depending on what's announced, we could see a $20,000 candle. That would not surprise me. Now, am I expecting that? No, because I like to temper my expectations, but that could happen very quickly. And maybe it's 2 days, 3 days, a week, a month. I don't know when Bitcoin's going back up, and maybe it doesn't. Maybe this is the high, but there's never been a better risk to reward ratio, and I don't think the market has ever seemed more bullish. By that, I mean, I don't think it's ever been more bullish. But people feel bearish, right? When the S&P 500, when the NASDAQ are down, when sentiment is so poor on stocks, like I saw, I think it was 57% of market participants are bearish on 2025. When we see that happening, that makes me more bullish. When there are this many people that are bearish, and yet fundamentals have never been stronger, I get very bullish. Let me know your thoughts, though, underneath the video. Again, if you want to trade crypto, there are links underneath the video. Also, if you want to join the Patreon, there are links to that underneath the video. We're working on some different AI solutions that will really help investors out. So definitely check that out. Thank you so much. I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye.